You know, after I covered that one phase fella about him playing, Battlefield 6, and he had that really, really interesting take, I thought to myself, I really think that's all the Battlefield content I could possibly find, and I just really thought to myself, yeah, that's got to be it. I'll just go ahead and just, I'll wait for Battlefield 6 to come out, then I'll just see all types of reaction, and then I'll just go ahead and make videos out of that. But no, I was made aware of a certain YouTuber by the name of EndersFPS had a certain interesting reaction to the nerfs, or I say movement nerfs, within Battlefield 6. And let me tell you something, he's not happy about it. No. He says he's passionate about it, but there's a certain line of being salty and then passionate about a video game. Like, this dude went far beyond on Twitter with his reactions to people, reactions to people celebrating, the movement got nerfed and all that type of stuff. It's interesting. So, you know what? I thought to myself, this dude's got a YouTube channel and he covers news about Battlefield 6. Oh no, he had to inject his opinion about a segment about this. And you know what? I was right. I found a video that was about 1 or 2 days old, and he was covering the news. And boy, oh boy, he injected his opinion into this one, and it's a hot take, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So please make sure to go grab yourself a nice little drink and a nice little snack, and we're just going to go ahead and dive right into this content. And don't click off the video because you're going to miss some really good hot takes.
Next up, I want to talk about some movement nerfs. Of course, this was an incredibly controversial topic of discussion from the Battlefield 6 beta, whether or not the movement was overpowered, whether or not it needed nerfs.
Oh yeah, that. Bummer, huh?
Now, the Equa here is using iron sights, so pay attention to the front sight post of his weapon. That is where the bullets are going. And as you can see, whenever he is jumping and landing into a slide, or even just performing a basic jump peek, there are massive sway penalties to basic aggressive movement options.
You do understand this is nothing new with Battlefield, right? This has been in Battlefield for years. You are literally running with armor, war equipment, and guns, okay? There is weight to what you're doing. You are literally running, jumping, and gravity is hitting you as soon as you jump in the air and then come down. So all the force that you used yourself to jump into the air and then collide into the ground, it's going to come back at you. You're not going to have laser perfect aim. Did he... I really can't believe this dude who reports on Battlefield News is upset at the fact that they injected realism into Battlefield. Let's continue. You're going to enjoy this.
And this is extremely concerning. I don't want Battlefield to be Call of Duty. I don't want the movement to be spammy, but he isn't spamming anything here. He is simply trying to use an aggressive movement option for the first time, and the game will not let him and is heavily penalizing him. This, in my opinion, is blatantly over-nerfed and is completely unwarranted.
Okay, one, you do not speak for the Battlefield community. When you say unwanted, you're literally saying that the whole community did not want this, which, as a matter of fact, unlike you, I actually watched the community in the subreddits, on Twitter, on YouTube, celebrated this change. And you know what? I was right there with them saying, yes, this needed to be nerfed into the ground because it feels way, way too similar to Call of Duty, and I'm not buying a Battlefield game again to play Call of Duty. Cough, cough, Battlefield 2042. And I'm just saying right now is because the developers, DICE, try their absolute best to make this game have realism in it. They try to, and sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. But literally right there in the fucking video you showed is literally one of the best examples of realism right there. You are not, and I repeat, not going to have the perfect fucking aim down sights with that gun, or any gun for that matter. On top of that too, this has been in Battlefield for years, okay? For absolute years. And you're going to prove that later on in the video.
The movement in the Battlefield 6 beta had absolutely absolutely nothing overpowered about it. Yes, there were exploits. That has nothing to do with the real intended movement of the game.
You are such an idiot.
The movement system was so exploited, they had to nerf it, okay? It was like a goose on fucking crack going everywhere, and it was insane with the movements that were found. That's the reason why it was nerfed in the first place. It wasn't just an exploit. People were just exploiting the movement system in the first place. Here's a clip right here.
I'm already breaking movement.
You know, I thought the bunny hopping in BF3 was bad. This is like they took the bunny, injected steroids into it, fed it an energy drink, and said, "Go, Energize Bunny, go, go!"
Fix the exploits, and we can have a discussion about the base movement. And the base movement, being sprinting, sliding, jumping, whatever have you, was actually, in my opinion, extremely well balanced.
No, it wasn't. It was not. The exploit was literally exploited in the movement system. Literally, COD players literally came around and loved this system so much, they made montages out of it. What fucking Delulu land do you live in? This dude loves Battlefield. How can you sit there and say something so stupid?
There were harsh penalties in place that penalized aggressive movement already.
If he tells you snow is white, he's lying.
What penalties? Because I don't think we played the same beta here, dude. Because as far as I played within that beta, there's no shot in hell there is penalties for these people exploiting that. There was absolutely none. And that's the reason why it got nerfed into the ground in the first place and had those penalties put on in the first place. There's no shot that we played the same beta.
The way the current nerfs look in whatever build the Equa was playing, it just seems like if you try to be aggressive in this game, you're just gonna die.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh no, being aggressive all the time and I'm not going to be able to get all the kills all the time. Boo fucking who? Like seriously, Battlefield is not Call of Duty. Stop trying to make it into Call of Duty. You're going to get punished for being too aggressive. Battlefield is not just about being aggressive all the time. It is about teamwork and strategy. The fact that you said this right here, that it has to be penalized for being aggressive, really are giving me red flags that you're a Call of Duty player. Like, I'm sorry. I'm getting the red flags right now.
And that's not fun. Like, who wants to play a game where the meta is just sitting still in a window or on a head glitch, waiting for people to walk into your sights? That isn't how any of the best Battlefield games ever played.
Red flag.
That is a crimson red flag. Are you kidding me? Do you not know how to hold down an objective? Do you not know, say there was A, B, C, and D, and E objectives, right? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Echo, right? And the key point that your team need to hold down is Charlie, okay? And you need people to be up there to hold down Charlie. Are you basically saying that it's a bad thing to hold down Charlie? Because that's what it's starting to sound like.
BF3 didn't play like that, Battlefield 4 didn't play like that, and really, no Battlefield has ever played like that.
No Battlefield has ever played like that. Dude, I don't think you've ever played Battlefield legitly before. No, I'm dead fucking serious. I'm going to make that claim right now. I don't think you've ever played Battlefield legitly. I don't think you've ever had to hold down Objective C just so your allies have a point to respawn back in and go fight the enemies at B so they can reclaim it so we can actually win the game. The game isn't about just getting kills. It's about working as a team. Why? Why do these people want their fucking fix so badly? Also, if you want your fix so badly and you want these abusive mechanics in your game, go to COD. No, just abandon Battlefield right now and go to COD.
So I really hope they reconsider some of the movement changes and some of the penalty changes they made in this current build of Battlefield 6, because again, in my opinion, further nerfs were unwarranted, and the nerfs they implemented in this new build are just too heavy.
No, the nerfs need to stay in there, because you know why? Because if they reverse all the nerfs and remove all the penalties, we're going to have Call of Battlefield once again. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun to deal with anyway, with people flying across the maps. And it's like, how are we supposed to aim directly on these people? It's not going to be fair at all. Actually, as a matter of fact, they've already done this type of thing with Battlefield 2042. So either you could go back to Battlefield 2042 and not purchase BF6, or you could transition over to Call of Duty and deal with that over there. So take your pick.
Keep in mind, all the sway, all the wobble, all the sight movement is actually changing where your bullets are landing.
That seems wrong. But wait, there's more.
And also keep in mind, he is not spamming the movement. He is doing a lot of these actions for the very first time, and he is being heavily penalized.
Why is this such a hard concept to understand? You're literally wearing military grade fucking equipment, and you don't think, I don't know, they're really heavy, so they're gonna fuck with your aim, make your barrel swing and your sight swing and stuff like what? This doesn't make sense.
And heavily penalized to the point where using any sort of aggressive movement is simply not going to be possible.
You're not John Wick. You're not in a Transformers movie. You're playing the almost realistic FPS shooter. Do you understand that? Almost realistic. So this is going to happen. Go ahead and put some military equipment on yourself, like some armor, like hold a gun and have some grenades on yourself, and go ahead, jump around like the way you're seeing it right now. Go ahead. Let's see what happens. Are you going to keep it straight and start lasering people? I really doubt it.
What I am saying is, I don't agree with any further nerfs, and I think they might have overdone the nerfs with the current movement in this current build of Battlefield.
Well, I agree half-heartedly with you right there. I agree that they don't need to nerf it anymore. I think it's in a perfect place that we don't need to bother with it anymore. And you know what? The nerfs and the penalties that they applied to it, oh, absolutely perfect. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Thank you, DICE.
Now, I understand there's still time before the game releases. Changes are still possible. This isn't the final build. But I do have to say, I disagree entirely with what I'm seeing from a direction standpoint with the way they're implementing movement nerfs and the way they're implementing the penalties for trying to use some of the more aggressive movement options in the game.
いや、今のはなかなかだった。
Are you literally begging them to reverse the changes? No, dude, seriously, please don't tell me that you're groveling. Please fix the changes. Please, it's too much. I can't get my fancy clips. I can't be brain dead and run around everywhere. Please stop. I want Call of Battlefield. Please don't do this to me. What the fuck is this? Dude, it's either get good or don't buy the product. Get fucking used to it.
There are simply better ways to go about penalizing aggressive movement than how DICE is handling it currently. One example of a really good aggressive movement penalty that was implemented in a previous Battlefield game was the way Battlefield 4 handled penalizing jump peeking. The way Battlefield 4 handled it is the point of aim was tied to screen center, and after landing a jump peek, your weapon would visually move the entire sight and the entire body of the weapon, disorienting you for a small period of time, potentially making you forget where the center of your screen was.
It's literally the same thing. It is literally the same thing down to its fucking core. But you're mad that you don't get to test it out for a couple weeks on the shiny new toy, huh, buddy? You can't make your little exploit videos on Battlefield 6? Is that the problem? Is that the problem? Maybe. Who really knows, to be honest? But, really? This... Come on, dude. This has been part of Battlefield. Just stop.
And I'm sorry I'm going on about this a lot, but this is super important for gameplay. Another thing that Battlefield 4 did better to punish aggressive jump peeking and movement was the fact that you could not shoot your weapon in mid-air while performing a jump peek.
Now that was the stupidest system that I actually put in there. You're telling me while you're jump peeking, you couldn't shoot the gun? Are you kidding me? That was stupid. And they even thought even implemented into the game was even dumber. Thank God DICE finally got the head out of their ass and actually doing the right thing for Battlefield for once. Thank you, DICE.
Now, moving on to another topic, sorry I spent so much time on that, but you know, I'm really passionate about Battlefield gameplay mechanics, and I really feel like some people don't focus on it enough. They just think it's not important when it's literally the most important thing about a Battlefield game. The fucking way the game plays.
Oh, I'm sorry when all the Call of Duty players start to come to Battlefield 6 and start exploiting the movement system in front of everybody and start, you know, making everybody uncomfortable to play the game. Oh, I'm sorry that your favorite movement system got slaughtered. I guess that's the only thing that mattered about Battlefield, right? So you won't have any excuse to buy the game, right? And you know, I guess they really have nothing else to offer in the gameplay, right? Like the gunplay, how the characters are, how the maps are, how they flow, how the, you know, I don't know, the vehicles move. None of that, right? None of the destructible, what was it, buildings, the plants, everything, right? That's the only thing that matters in a Battlefield game, right? Is the movement. So if it feels like Call of Duty, it'll make you happy. But if it starts to feel like Battlefield, that's where we draw the line, right? You know what? That's all the content I got y'all for today. Like it actually makes me sick to my stomach that one of our people actually want the fucking movement system back into fucking Battlefield, when we all notoriously know that system favored the hell out of the Call of Duty brain rot fucktards. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And you know what? If you made it this far in this video, I truly do appreciate it. I really do. And if you appreciate this type of content, please leave a like and comment in the comment section. Always a pleasure to talk to you guys. And trust me, I talk to you guys in the comment section. Or I leave a little heart to let you know that I read your comment, all that type of stuff. But you know what? Most importantly, though, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want more of my crazy, well, takes on videos and all that type of stuff, subscribe to the channel because I'll definitely have more coming for you guys. But you know what? Besides all that, fam, thank you very much for watching this video. I truly do appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later, fam.